Okay. Oh my gosh. I am so dang excited for this tonight. I know that there have been so many people that are interested in how our team makes money and what we do and like if it's even real. Because I know that was me that I was like, does anyone actually make money with this? Like, I don't know if that's a thing. So I just wanted to kind of hop on here and do something that kind of explained what it is we do, how we do it, how we make money, and answer all the questions that you have. So, um, if you were invited by me, hi, you know who I am. If you don't, my name is Courtney. I'm a double diamond with the business. I have been with the company a little over 3 years, almost 3.5. And when I started, I had previously done something like this. I was with another company, and I got to the top 2% of the company is what it was considered. And I saw that the company was not as great as I thought it was. So I had left the company. I was $10,000 in debt, and I swore off this general business idea completely. I said, I'm not doing it. It's a scam. I'm not doing it. And I got to a point where I was so far in debt. I had $15,000 of debt. I had no car, no like career going for me. And I was just like stuck and I was miserable. And I saw a friend of mine posting about all this money she was making online. And I was like, there's no way she's actually making money. So if that is you, you've thought that, like, I don't know if she's actually making real money. That's okay. I thought the same thing. And I just messaged her and I was like, okay, like, I just need you to tell me more about what you do. So for the first 2 years of me in the business, I was afraid to do just about anything. I was afraid for someone to judge me. I was afraid that I would fail. So I just thought if I don't do anything, I'm not failing. So for 2 years, I did nothing. And then it just kind of flipped in my head. My fiance, boyfriend at the time, was like, babe, if this is what you want to do, you have to go for it. Like, stop playing small. So once I made the decision to try to go for it, I went from making $50 a month to $5,000 a month in 8 months. So there is big money here in the company if you're willing to work for it. So fast forward to my life now, I'm completely debt free. Yay, thank the Lord. I am retired at 24, which is crazy. And I'm just living a life full of hope, which is so crazy. So if any of you are like, gosh, I'm just stuck in credit card debt, or like I'm sick of having money but not having the time, like there is more to life than what you have. I promise, promise, promise. And it is, you never know why you need the business until something will happen. A month ago yesterday, my grandpa had passed away, and I don't live in Wisconsin. So I grew up in Wisconsin. I live in North Carolina, and I don't live in Wisconsin anymore. And when my grandpa got sick, it kind of went fast, but my grandpa got sick and my mom said, I think you should come home. And it was the coolest feeling in the world to book a flight right then and there. It was $450 one way for the next available flight. I didn't need to look at my bank account. I didn't need to text my boss. I didn't need to check my PTO. I didn't need to do anything other than what I needed. And those are the reasons, those are the things that happen in your life that you don't realize. 3 years ago when I joined the business, my grandpa was perfectly healthy. I was living at home. I never knew that 3.5 years later, I would need that finance and that freedom to be able to do what I needed to do. And just like today's my fiance's birthday, and he came home from work 3 hours early, and he was like, babe, let's go golfing. I didn't have to think about it. I didn't have to worry about anything. I was like, all right, sweet deal. Let's do that. So the freedom is the best part, in my opinion. I started for the money, and obviously the money is great, but the freedom and truly being in control of my life is great. Okay, so the first thing that I get asked a lot all the time is, why the heck do I have to spend $99 to join the business? If you have ever thought, why do I have to pay $99 to start a job? I want you to comment the number 1 below in the chat. I want you to put a number 1 in the chat, okay? And I was that person. I was like, I don't get it, why I have to spend money to make money. So if that was you, put it in the chat, because I did not understand it. Now, I'll explain what you get with the money. However, think of it this way. If you were to get a job at McDonald's, okay, say you got a job at McDonald's tomorrow, guess what? You got to go buy those non-slip shoes. You have to buy black pants. You have to, whatever it is you need to buy, okay? When I started working in insurance, I had to pay hundreds and hundreds of dollars for licensing. I had to buy the correct outfit so that I looked formal enough. I had to keep up on my licensing. I had to pay the fees. I had to pay for all that plus gas, your like transportation out there. Like you're paying for every single job, okay? But here's what you get. So when you pay the $99 to start in the business, I brought props and I was very proud of myself because I was like, wow, I'm really prepared today. Like go me. So when you start, this is what you get. These are our ultimate body applicators. They're like contour for anywhere from your neck down. They will tighten, tone, and firm in 45 minutes, but you can keep them on up to 8 hours. So you will get 2 of these, okay? You can sell each of these for $25 a piece. So right then and there, that's 50 bucks, okay? So then you sell those, then it's like, okay, I only paid $49 to start, okay? You also will get 7 packs of our fat-burning coffee. Okay, fat burning coffee. 7 packets of that. You can sell this for about $40, $30 to $40. So right there, okay, so then now you paid $9 to start, okay? Then you get $7 or $7, 7 packets of our Keto Energy Sticks, which is basically like a adult version of a pixie stick, which with tons of energy, but 0 crash. So these are the best. You get 7 of these. You can sell these for 20 bucks. And you get 7 packs of our greens, okay? These, in each of these little packets, this is our orange flavor, which you don't have anymore, but you'll get berry. Each packet has a full day servings of fruits and vegetables in it. I like to mix my berry ones with lemonade, and it's really, really good. But you can sell these for $20, okay? So 40, that's 80 plus 50, that's $130. You immediately profit $30, okay? So you pay $99, but you get $130 worth of stuff to sell, okay? Sweet deal. Then, within your first week, you can get an additional $100 worth of products for free, okay? There's an additional $100 right away in your first week. So, I understand the cost to start is a lot. I understand that it is something that, for me, I didn't have the money either. I over-maxed out a credit card. I still to this day do not know how it went through because my credit card was already maxed out and I put it on the card and it went through and I don't know how. Like it went above the limit. But it is an investment with yourself, okay? I understand that times are tough and you're like, I do not have $100 to spare. Find something in your house that you can sell. Find something that you don't need. Like, do you have a nice purse that you can sell? Do you have old clothes that you can sell? Do you have old kids' toys that they don't play with anymore? Figure out what you can do. And I know that if it is something that you truly need, you can find the money somehow. So that's what I'm going to say about that. If you need any help, like specifically figuring out what can I sell, maybe reach out to the person that invited you, see if they can help you kind of brainstorm it all. But I promise you, it is worth it. So we're going to go over how you make money, okay? So if you are on this and you're like, I just don't get where the money comes from, I want you to put a 2 in the chat. I want you to put a 2 in the chat and just type out like, just put a 2 and be like, I just don't get it. Like, I just don't get where the money's coming from. So we get paid 5 different ways. First way we get paid very obviously is commissions from your sales for your customers, okay? So when somebody buys a product, they purchase it directly from your website and the company ships it to them. Hear that. The company ships it to them. You do not pay for inventory. You do not ship it to people. You do not drive it to people. You do not do any of that. You have a website pre-built for you, which is also included in the $99 when you start. So if you were to make a website, it would cost you more than $100 also, okay? So commissions from your customers. They place an order through your website, gets shipped directly to them, and every month on the 15th or before, we get paid our commission check, okay? That's the first way. Second is what's called wrap cash. So for every single 2 customers that you get what's called a product reward, which means you get some sort of product. You can choose between our wraps, our facials, which I don't have near me, or our fat burning coffee. You can get it for a highly discounted rate. We're going to talk about just the wraps because I have them right here. So these retail for a regular customer for $99. A loyal customer can get them for $59. With the discount from every 2 customers, you get the pack for $25. Each pack you get 4 wraps in it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Each of these you can sell for $25, okay? So one of them just equals out the cost of what you paid for the bag. But then this is $25, $50, $75 profit for each time, okay? So there's that. That's the second way. So first, commissions from your sales. Second is wrap cash. The third thing we get is commissions from our team. Now, this is what people get so scared about because they're like, oh, I'm only making money off of my people. I only make money if I get a team. That is not true. Just somebody joining your team makes you $0. You do not make a single penny from them from joining unless you help them to be successful. So when you're teaching your team how to make sales, that is where you're going to make money. So you will make commissions from that as well. The fourth way is what's called our Fast Start bonus. This is my favorite thing in the entire world, okay? And right now there's a promotion, so here's how this works. When you get somebody to join your team, so say I had my friend Sarah join my team. I helped Sarah get her first 2 customers in her first 30 days. I get $100 cash deposited into my bank account. That's unlimited. Right now, there's promotion where when Sarah gets 4 customers in her first 30 days, not only do I get $100, I get $200 deposited into my account. Now, if you're thinking, okay, so you're telling me that if I join your team and I can get 4 customers, you get $200, great, that doesn't help me. Well, guess what? If you start today, you can have your friend Allie join your team and both of you are getting customers and you can make $200 from Allie. And she can do the same thing. So those are unlimited weekly bonuses. I know people that have gotten $2,000 in 1 week. I think my highest from 1 week was about $900. So that is the fourth thing called Fast Starts. The last thing is our promotional bonuses. So our promotional bonuses, they change all the time. Right now for you, if you join with us today between now and August 31st, and this is recorded so August 31st of 2019, you are eligible for up to $100,000 of bonuses by Christmas. Well, technically by the end of December. So you are eligible for any of those bonuses at any time. And I'm not going to go too in detail about how you can earn them because I don't want to overwhelm you, but just know it's very attainable. The first bonus is a $10,000 bonus and people have earned that in 9 days and you have until the end of December. So if I deposit an extra $10,000 in your account by Christmas, put a 3 if that would help your life. And if you don't put a 3, you're lying because I know it would help you, okay? It is there. We are here to help. We're going to explain to you how to get it, but I don't overwhelm you. So I have a bunch of different questions on here that I had some people message me that they have had. But if there are other things that are popping into your head, I want you to put them in the chat. I don't want you to feel like nervous about it or anything. You can, if you go to the chat, you can see where it says to everyone and you can click just me. If you don't want everyone to see your question, it doesn't matter. You can message the person that invited you and ask them a question there and they can send it to me that way too. But I'm just kind of do rapid fire. So, because there's a lot of questions, but I just want to make sure I answer every single one. So first question is, what does a typical day look like in the business? This is something that one of the things that I love about it is there is no specific thing that you need to do every single day. Okay. It's not that you need to have 6 hours straight doing the things. No, literally, I always tell people if you have time to poop, you have time to work the business. Okay. So it's like, for me, how I do it is I wake up, I have my coffee, I read my Bible, I do those type things, and I put a post up. So it all sprinkles in throughout my day as the time goes on. I don't have like 3 hours where I just sit here and work. It is, oh, I'm at the store, I have a second here while I'm waiting in line, I'm going to do something then. So daily, what I do, I put up about 3 posts a day. I grow my network. So if you're thinking like, oh, I don't know anyone that's going to buy from me, that's okay. I didn't either. I have my team, including customers and distributors. I probably have over 2,000 people. And I think I've probably known 10 of them before I started the business. So don't worry about that. So posting, growing my network, which is adding new friends, following new people on Instagram. I am messaging people, reaching out to them, just kind of asking them if they've ever been interested or if they liked or commented on a post, type that. And then I'm interacting and following up with them. So I already saw where do you post? Facebook groups. You just post on your regular page. So you just are yourself. You are not posting like ads directly from corporate. You're just posting about your everyday life and the products and business incorporated into it. So someone said, what if I don't know enough people? I kind of touched on that. We will teach you to find people. Who you know does not matter. It is who you are willing to meet. How much time does this take? I'm super busy. I have 4 kids. So this is perfect for you because it is, I know you're busy, okay? I don't have kids, but I have a fiance and he's busy too, okay? But this does not take a ton of time. If you are diligent about what you're doing, it can be 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there. It probably takes me, if I added every single thing up, maybe an hour a day, but it is not an hour straight. So if you think you need an hour straight, you don't. It can be like 5 minutes before you roll out of bed, 5 minutes while you're pooping at work, 5 minutes while you're on your lunch break, like 5 minutes here, whatever. Like just do it whenever it is. So don't worry about that. I am not a salesperson. That's awesome. It doesn't matter. You don't need to be a salesperson. You just need to be you. Don't think you need to be, I know when I started, I was like, oh, I'm not that good at sales. Like I'm not this super pretty blonde person that with like these 10,000s of followers on Instagram. That doesn't matter. All that matters is that you're you and people are going to buy from you because they trust you and because you were a real person. So don't think you need to be a salesperson. Don't think you need to have this magic way of talking to people. You're just showing people what the products and the business can do, and that's going to interest them. So next question is, how would I sell this if I've never tried the products? I had tried one product once. So I took greens one time before I joined. So that doesn't matter. You can share other people's results until you get your own, and that's fine. So it doesn't matter. Let's see. Do I have to go live or have parties? No and no. I go live doing my makeup a lot on my Facebook, and people are always like, oh my God, do I have to go live all the time? And I'm like, no, I just go live because I like to do my makeup and I pretend I have friends to talk to. So that's why I go live. But like, you don't have to do anything you don't want to do. So that's the great thing is there are no quotas. So like, you don't have to have X amount of parties of people in your house. I've been in business for 3.5 years. I've never had a single dang party. I probably never will. And I go live because I like it. But if you want to go live, then don't go live. Like, it doesn't matter. So there is that. Do you have to buy inventory? Absolutely not. The only products that I have here are the products that I use. I tried this or something like this years ago, but I failed. How do I know I won't fail now? Here's what I'm going to tell you. The last business that I was in, I didn't quote unquote fail, but the business failed me in a way that the company was not great. That's all I'm going to say about that. However, if you have tried something like this before and you failed, I want you to be honest with yourself for a second, okay? Did you truly give it all you got? Did you put all the effort in? Did you do the things you were supposed to do? Or did you give up on yourself before you gave it a chance? And if you did give it all you got, were you trained? Did you know what you were doing? Did you believe in the products? Were you interested in the products? Were you trying to sell makeup and don't wear makeup? Like, were you being genuine with yourself? So that's what I'm gonna say about that. I know somebody that failed with your company before. Awesome. You want me to tell you something really crazy? I know people that have tried to work at Kohl's before and failed. I know people that have worked at Starbucks before and hated it and quit. I know people that have worked at Amazon and they hated the business and the company and were like, I'm never doing this again. But guess what? You still order from Amazon. You still go to Starbucks. You still go to Kohl's. And that doesn't mean that people like that no one can ever work for Kohl's, Starbucks, or Amazon. It just didn't work for that person. So what I like to tell people is if you were going to build a house and you had 2 people that you could take advice from, one person has built many houses and knows what they're doing. One person attempted to build a house and it didn't work. Who would you take advice from? This person, obviously, right? So like, understand who you're taking advice from. And I promise you, promise you, if someone has been with our company before and failed, it's because they failed, not the company. Because if it was the company, I would not be bringing in $5,000 a month, but I am. So the company is not the problem. Unfortunately, it was your friend or your cousin or your aunt's sister's brother's mom. Okay? It's not that. So, which if your aunt, sister's, that'd be like your grandma, I think. Your aunt, sister's, brother's mom. I think that'd be your grandma. I think it would. Whatever. Okay, it was them. Let's see. What happens when I start? I don't know what I'll do. Here's what I'm going to tell you. You don't need to know what to do, okay? It's just like if you started a brand new job, you would have to go in and learn the systems, learn what to do every day. Like, you have so many people in your corner here to train you that you don't need to know what to do before you start. All you have to do is be willing to work, be willing to learn, and that's it. That's literally all you have to do. So after you start, what will happen is we'll immediately start training you. We'll figure out what your goals are, how much money it is you want to make, and just get you going and help you get your first couple customers and get things going that way. But you are never alone. You will never not know what to do. We will always be here for you to help you. So let's see. Next question was, I work full-time. Will I have enough time? Yes, if you choose. If you choose, okay? There are people that work two full-time jobs and still make time for this. So it's all up to you. Is it a priority to you? If it is, then yes, you will have enough time. I worked full-time in this business up until last June. I think it was last June. Yeah, it was just over a year ago when I retired myself because I had doubled my full-time income. So that is a-okay that you work full-time. Doesn't matter. How do I get customers? Through your posts and through growing your network and reaching out to people. That is where your customers will come from. Okay. Why does it cost money to start? We already went over that. What happens if I don't make sales? Nothing, because there are no quotas. Are there any monthly fees? There's nothing required monthly. There are 2 things that you can have, but you do not need them. There is not a single thing that is absolutely required for you monthly. Do you actually make money? Yes. You can make a lot of money if you choose to work for it. Will you help me? Absolutely. So let me see. Does anyone else have any other questions? I'm going to scroll through, put them in the chats, or message me directly on Facebook. Let me see. There's always more month than money. Yeah. That was me. That was me. I swear I never had enough money for anything. I'm really scared and nervous. It would be so nice. I'm just thinking about the what ifs and it just seems impossible. I work 9 to 5 and will be starting college soon, but it would be awesome to have this opportunity. So the what ifs are always going to keep you back. So if you listen to all the what ifs, that little voice in your head that's like, oh, I can't do this, or oh, like it would never work, it's always going to hold you back. But what I promise you is if you decide that you want to make this work and you figure out, okay, so I know I'm going to be at work from 9 to 5. I have class from 5:30 to 7:30. I have to do homework from 7:30 to 9 or whatever. Give yourself an hour or a half hour or whatever and be like, I'm going to be diligent and do the things I need to do during this time and you will be successful. So it's just all up to you. Are you willing to take that time? Are you willing to put that effort in to do this? Are you willing to take that chance? Because if you are, you can 100% be successful. It's just all up to you. But I promise you, if I would have let the what ifs hold me back, I don't even want to think about where my life would be. I would still be in debt and I would have said no to, I don't want to add up the number because that's a lot of math, but I probably, if I would have ignored my what ifs, it's well over $100,000 that I would have said no to. Well over. So I know it's scary. I know that it's the unknown. I know that you're afraid if you might not be successful, but what I promise you is if you're just willing to put the time in, you will be successful. The only way you're not going to do well in the business is if you quit, if you give up on yourself. But just take that chance. Just go for it, you guys, because honestly, if you're like me, you've went into Target and you spent $100 on things. When you're going in for toilet paper, you spent the $100, you left without toilet paper, okay? You've done it before. I've done it too many times. But this business can truly change everything for you if you want it to, if you let it. So what I'm going to do, I am going to end the recording here because I'm going to do 2 different giveaways. So let me end the recording, but if you're watching the recording, thanks for hopping on. If you have any questions, reach out to me or whoever sent you this video, and we will be sure to answer them for you as quickly as possible.